And the practice is being recorded. So thank you for joining me for our Tuesday practice. So let's all take a deep breath in and then exhaling and a second deep breath. And just let it go. Remember, in our practice, less is more. So be kind, be gentle, be mindful. And just notice here as we center connection with the earth, noticing those sensations in the body. Releasing, and just letting it all go. And the breath just comes and goes. Now let's begin to deepen the breath. Make those inhales a bit longer and the exhales a bit longer. Feel the belly moving in and out. And see if we can now make those exhales just a little bit longer than the inhales. And that Ujjayi breath can help you do that. And open the eyes if they were closed. And just move gently here, bringing the shoulders over the hips. And the fingers come out to the side, touching the floor. Tighten the arms and spread the fingers, fingertips down on the floor. Draw the shoulders back, bring the chin in. Feel the power here. Still breathing. And now turn the palms up toward the ceiling, and as you inhale, take the hands and arms up. Turn the palms out, exhale and lower. Palms to the ceiling, inhale. Palms out, exhale. And one more time, reaching wide and then high. Bring the palms together. Really stretch up as you root down through those sits bones. And as you exhale now, bring that left hand to the outside of the right knee, the right hand behind, lift up tall, Release the shoulders and look back over the right shoulder. Inhaling, bring the hands up. Palms together, reaching the fingers high. And as you exhale, bring the right hand to the outside of the left thigh, looking over the left shoulder. Inhaling, bring the hands back up. Reaching. And turn the palms out. Exhale and bring the hands and arms down. Ah, yes. Inhale here, and as you exhale, take the gaze over the right shoulder and let the chin drop toward the shoulder. Breathe into the back of the neck, the side of the neck. Inhaling, bring the head up into center. Take the gaze left and the chin drops. And bring the head up into center. Exhaling, drop the chin toward the chest. Bring the shoulders back. Inhale the head up, and as you exhale, draw the shoulders back and take the gaze up to the ceiling. And the head up into center. Exhaling, let the right ear drop over toward the right shoulder. You can extend the left hand. And some people like to bring the right hand to the outside of the left side of the head. But be gentle here. And then release. And let the left ear drop over toward the left shoulder. Extending the right hand down on the floor. And if you choose, you can have the left hand come over the top. And release. Good. Bringing the hands back in, let the chin drop toward the chest. And now draw the shoulders back as you move the chin toward the right shoulder. And then center and toward the left shoulder. Center and toward the right. And center and left. And the chin in the center. Inhale, bringing the head back up. Lift up tall. Breathe. Take that deep, long breath in and out. And bring the hands out in front, palms toward the floor. Draw the arms into the shoulders as you're reaching forward through the fingers. Point the fingers up toward the ceiling, pressing out through the heels of the hands. And the palms toward the floor and into bird beak or fists, and turn the fingers or the knuckles down toward the mat. And then bring the palms toward, or open the hands, palms down. Bring the hands together, still reaching forward, staying tall. And then follow the hands with the eyes as they lift toward the ceiling. And now take the gaze straight ahead and draw the hands and arms back. And the hands come down toward the crown of the head, elbows back. Breathe. And then bring the hands to the heart and release. Yes, feels so good. Let's do some circles. So take the heart toward the top of the mat, keeping the spine long, and then move to the right. And now round back, chin to chest, and then to the left and up, opening the heart, and to the right and back, rounding. To the left and forward, and to the right and back. And the other direction, opening the heart, shoulders back as you come forward, chin toward the chest, gentle rounding as you come back. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. One more circle. And when you're back there, rounded back, with the fingers cupping the knees, just release. And as you inhale, draw the shoulders back, coming back up to that upright seat. Bring the arms wide and bring the right arm across and the left arm under, and just gently draw that arm, the right arm, toward the heart. Inhaling, come wide. And the left arm across, right hand comes under. I like to take it to the shoulder. And some people will just kind of have those right fingers up toward the ceiling. And inhale wide. One more deep breath as you draw in and reach out, take up space. And exhale the hands down. Come over onto all fours. Into our table. Gripping the mat with the fingertips. Thumbs open wide. Good. Inhale, take the gaze straight ahead, draw the elbows toward the center of the mat. As you exhale, let the head drop toward the mat, come down, and the hips move back toward the heels. Bring the elbows down, moving forward with a long spine, come up looking ahead, exhaling. Head drops, hips move. Elbows come down behind the wrists, lengthening as you come up. Exhaling, rounding, hips move back. Two more. Inhaling up and exhaling back. Last one, coming forward and up. Rounding and exhaling back. With the hips back toward the heels or resting on a block, you can crawl those hands and those fingers up toward the top of the mat. Let the head release toward the mat. And the elbows can be down here if this is uncomfortable for your shoulders. Bring the hands over to the right. Bring the left hand onto the right. Draw the left hip back. Let the head drop toward the right knee. And bring the hands to center and off the mat to the left. Right hand on right hand on left. And bring the hands back to center. Again, the elbows lifted here. Inhaling, come up and forward. Come into your knee plank. And it feels like the hands are back further than they should be. And then lower halfway, keeping the elbows in close to the body, and press back up. And lower halfway, and press back up. And lower halfway, and press back up. Long through the spine. One more deep breath here. And exhaling, bring the hips back toward the heels. And you can bring the arms in, cross the arms, rest the head on the arms, or have the hands down by your feet, resting the head on a block. Your resting pose. And coming back up into table, take that breath, and then we'll extend the right hand out to the right and lift that right shoulder, reaching the right fingers toward the ceiling. Exhaling, bring that right hand down, draw it through under, left elbow to the mat, right side of the head to the mat. And bring that left hand to wherever you want it to be, toward the top of the mat, palm down on the sacrum, or lifted to the ceiling. Gently letting the gaze drift up toward the ceiling. Bring the left hand down, inhaling, gently come up, extending the right arm, reaching. Face is soft. Exhaling, bring the right arm down, right hand down into table. Gently move here. Notice the sensations. Extending the left arm, inhaling, the left shoulder lifts. Exhaling, bring the left hand down, slide it through. And bringing the right hand to wherever you want it to be. And bring the right hand down, pressing gently back up, extending the left arm and opening to the left. Exhaling the left hand down. Now just move. And keeping the gaze in the center of the mat, take the hips out to the right, bring the weight onto the right knee, pressing the hips and the ribs to the right. And come to center, and now move the ribs and hips to the left. And coming to center, take the hips right. And to the center and to the left. And coming back to center, finding that stable table. Stable table. Extend the right foot with the toes down on the mat. Good, all right. Now just relax the hips. Lift the right foot. Keep the toes pointed straight down, inner rotating that lifted thigh. Press back through the heel, extend the left arm into awkward pose. On your next exhale, bring the knee and that lifted elbow together. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale out. Strong here for 2 deep breaths. And exhale, bring the hand down, bring the right knee down. Now just move gently in table. Extend the left leg, toes down. Back through that heel. Lifting that left leg, extend the right arm. And as you exhale, bring the right elbow and the left knee together. Inhale, extend. Exhale in. Inhale out. And exhaling. Last time, inhale out. Strong through the arm and strong through the leg. And exhale the hand and the left knee down. Bring the hips back toward the heels. Find your resting pose. Oh, yes. Lift back up into table, curl the toes, come up to your downward dog. And find what that dog looks like for you today with the knees bent. Feeling those toes on the mat. And just gently moving the heels. And now step the feet up toward the hands. Pressing the heels out gently. Come to half lift. Ah, yes. Getting long through the spine. Pressing the belly toward the toes. Shoulder blades are on the back. Exhale, bend the knees. Bring the belly down to the thighs. Bring the fingertips to the floor. And just let the head go, and you can gently move the head. Weight is slightly forward here. First forward fold of the day. Bend the knees, press into the mat, and come up gently. Draw the shoulders back, take the arms wide, and now lift toward the ceiling. Exhaling into mountain pose. Yeah, gentle movement here. Notice the difference in what you feel now as to when you stepped onto your mat. For mountain pose, inhale the arms up. We're moving into sun salutation. Exhale, arms wide. Hinge at the hips. Back to that forward fold with bent knees. Release the head. Inhale to the half lift. Now exhale, hands to the mat. Big steps back into plank. Breathe in here. Exhale, lower down. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, up and back, downward dog. Two more deep breaths in down dog. And step the feet forward. Come to your half lift. Exhale to forward fold. Now get long through the spine, bend those knees, bring the arms wide, and then press into the mat to come up. Exhaling into mountain pose. We'll move towards some lunges, pressing down into the mat with the feet, coming up to mountain. Inhale the arms up, and exhale into the forward fold. Half lift. And now take that big step back with that right foot all the way back there. So we're in a high lunge, and check to make sure that the heel of the foot is under or ahead of the knee. Just take a breath here, letting the hips settle. And if you need blocks under your hands to get lifted, because we'd like to have the shoulders higher than the hips. And with the left hand on the mat, extend the right arm and now open to the right. This can be done with the back knee down. Now bring the right hand down, take a breath, let the hips settle, shoulder blades onto the back. And now with the right hand on the mat, extend and open to the left. Now bring the left hand down. Bring the back knee down now if you had it lifted. Release the toes. Again, gently settle here, taking the knee toward the front knee toward the top of the mat. And bring the hands to the knee. Lift up. And now come to crescent lunge. Exhaling, hands come down. Take a breath. Curl the toes into high lunge. And then take that big step to the top of the mat, bringing the right foot beside the left, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And now get long through the spine. Press with the feet to come up. And exhale, mountain pose. At this point, I'd ask everyone how they're doing, but I'll never hear how you're doing because you're all muted. So let's just take a minute here just to breathe. Okay, so we'll do that on the other side. Pressing down with the feet, inhale into, hands lifted. Exhale into your forward fold. Come to a half lift. And then exhale, that big step back with the left foot. Finding that high lunge. 2 lanes for the feet, strong here. Checking that right ankle, right heel, ahead or under the right knee. Breathe. And then this one, the gaze is straight toward the top of the mat. So everything is long from the heel to the top of the head. With the left hand on the mat, extend and open to the right. Exhaling, the right hand down. Take that breath on spider fingers here. And then open to the left. And now bring the left hand down. Again, take that breath and settle into the lunge. Bring the back knee down. Release those back toes. Again, now we're actually taking the gaze ahead as we draw the shoulders back and down. Bring the hands to the knee. Crescent lunge. Exhale, Hands come down to the mat. Lifting the gaze ahead, letting the hips settle. Curl the back toes. High lunge. And now the gaze is toward the top of the mat, finding length. And that big step to the top of the mat. Come to half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, get long through the spine, arms wide coming up. Exhale, mountain pose. Good. Again, just noticing, moving and noticing. So step wide on your mat, but not quite as wide as you normally would. We're going to actually come into goddess. So it's a little bit shorter stance. And then we kind of turn the heels in, the toes out, and then bend the knees, roll those hips under, and find sensation here in the groin. Stay tall, stay low if you can, and then bring the arms into cactus arms. Now we're in goddess. It's easy to lock the neck up here, so just gently move the head to keep the neck relaxed and the face is soft. Hands lifted, elbows back, and breathe. As you inhale, straighten the legs, straighten the arms, lift the gaze toward the ceiling. 5-pointed star. As you exhale, bend the knees, back to cactus arms, goddess. Again, move the head. Straightening the arms and legs, 5-pointed star. And back to goddess for 2 long, deep breaths. Good, bring those hands down. Bring the hands to the hips. And now toe heel in just a little bit with the toes turned out. We're going to come into our wide-legged squat. So bend the knees, bring the hands together, bring the knees to the ends, the elbows to the inside of the knees. And you may have to adjust to find this for you. And then let the bottom, your butt, settle down toward the mat. One more breath. And now with a long spine, come straight up. Ah, yes. Release. And now turn those left toes toward the top of the mat and just step up to the top of the mat. Step back with your right foot. We're coming to head to knee. So don't step so far back that the hips are not square to the top of the mat, the hip bones. And then bring the hands behind. And you've got 2 lanes for the feet, right? However you want to work the hands is fine. Grabbing the elbows or clasping the fingers and hands together. Reverse prayer. Shoulders back, exhale, and fold into head to knee. Keep that left hip back. Lifting the hands to the ceiling if the fingers are interlaced. Squeezing the hands together. Inhaling, come up with a long spine. Then press the hands to the floor, just lifting the gaze to the ceiling. And coming up. Take the arms wide, move the weight into the front foot, come up on the back toes, and then just gently lift to standing airplane. Inhale up, bringing the right foot beside the left, exhale the arms down. Good. And step back with the left foot. Bring the hands behind. Lift up tall. And now fold over the right leg. Inhaling, lift back up, bringing the shoulder blades onto the back. Press the hands toward the floor, gazing up. And coming up, bring the arms wide onto the toes, and then lifting gently into standing airplane. And now bring the left foot down beside the right, exhaling the hands down. From our mountain pose, inhale the hands up. Exhale into the forward fold. Come to half lift. And step or float back to plank. Inhaling, let the heart soften. Exhale down. Bring the chin down on the mat. And then bring the hands out in front. And you can have the chin on the mat or the forehead, either one. On your next inhale, lift the right leg off the mat. Press out through the press out through the ball of the big toe. So the toes are flexed, but the foot is pointed. And then lift the left arm off the mat. Keep the gaze straight down. Pressing into the floor with the right hand. Now bring the left hand down and the right leg down. the chin or the forehead back to the mat. Take a breath. And as you inhale, lift the left leg and the right arm. One more deep breath. Exhaling, the hand down, the leg down, the forehead or the chin down. And now bring the hands down by your side, palms up, turn the right side of the face to the mat. Yeah, and just release. And the left side of the face. And bring the chin to the mat. Bring the hands, palms down by your sides. And as you inhale, lift the head and the upper chest, the feet and the legs, the hands and the arms. Pressing the hips down into the mat. Breathe. Called locust. One more breath. And just release everything. Again, turn the palms up. Take the right side of the face to the mat. Heels out, let it go. And the left side of the face. Gently come up to Sphinx with the elbows under the shoulders. Fingers pointing straight ahead. Fingers spread wide. Thumbs are almost touching here. Lift the gaze straight ahead. Curl the toes. Lift the hips off the mat. And then press back through the heels into forearm plank. Gaze is straight down. Again, that length from the heels to the crown of the head. Strong, you're breathing, you're smiling. Two more deep breaths. Exhaling here, bring the knees down, bring the hips down. Take the elbows wide this time, bringing the right side of the face down to the mat. Release the toes. And the left side of the face. So bring the hands under the shoulders. And one of two things, you can come up into table, bring the feet around to the front, or if you want to get tricky here, you can come up to plank, to down dog, and then take that little hop crossing the ankles and sitting back onto the mat. Good. So bring the feet halfway in. We need to do our Navasana, right? So find your balance. And you can have one foot on the mat as you extend one leg. You can support the legs with the hands if you choose. And then extend the other leg. And back to the first leg was straight. And then the other leg. Both legs if you choose. And then come into cobbler with the soles of the feet together. Knees wide. You can use the elbows to help here. And then slide the feet away. Bring the elbows ahead of the knees. Butterfly. Inhale, coming up. Bring the knees up. Excuse me, bring the hands behind the knees and come down onto your back. So come into cactus arms here. Extend the right leg. So the left knee is bent. And lift the left foot off the mat, lift the right foot off the mat. So the right leg is straight. And now take your right elbow to the left knee. Good. Now straighten the left leg, bend the right knee, take the left elbow to the right knee. Now we're going to go back and forth. So right elbow, left knee, left elbow, right knee. Straightening, bending, back and forth. Don't forget to breathe. Two more. Last one. Good. Bring both feet down. Bring the head and the shoulders down. Straighten both legs. Let the toes come out to the side. Turn the palms up. Yes, and breathe. Bring both feet all the way into the hips, palms down beside you. And we'll do 3 moving bridges. So as you inhale, press with the feet, bring the hands up and over behind. Hips are lifted. And as you exhale, bring the hips down and hands come up and over. Inhaling, hips lift, arms move. Exhaling, hips down, arms come back by your side. Inhaling, last one, and exhaling down. Bring the left ankle onto the right knee and reach through for figure 4. Flexing that left foot. And then bring the right foot down, release the ankle, bring the right ankle onto the left knee, figure 4. And the left foot down, release the right ankle. Good, all right. A little inversion here. Bring both knees into the chest. Take both feet straight up to the ceiling. Bring the hands down by your side and walk those hands underneath the hips. So you're in a kind of a little bit of a supported leg lift here. And you can do this next one with the knees bent or legs straight. So pressing through the heels, slowly lower, and you can lift your head off the mat, kind of keep that back down on the mat, slowly lowering the legs, and then point the toes and lift the legs back up. And flex the feet and bring the feet down toward the mat and lift back up and flex the feet. And now lower all the way down, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. And release the hands. Bring both feet all the way into the hips. Take the arms wide. And bring the feet as wide as you want, close together or wide. Then let the knees fall to the right, gaze left. Knees to the ceiling, knees left, gaze right. And bring the knees back to the ceiling. And bring both knees into the chest, just hug them in and rock. And now bring the feet down, extend the legs long, and we'll do a full body stretch. So bring the arms behind, and as you inhale deeply, press through the heels, and then reach back through the fingers. And exhale to Savasana. Just find where you're holding tension. Release and soften. Coming back, wiggle the toes and fingers, bend the knees. Open the eyes, let the breath deepen, and when you're ready, you can roll to one side, coming up to seated.